Good morning, class 7A. This is geography, page number B40 from your books. We are doing revision of the chapters of the final term. This is the second revision that we are doing, and it is for the lesson Natural Vegetation and Wildlife, chapter number 6 from your geography book. Now, when we had started up with this lesson, we had already discussed there can be three different varieties or three different categories of vegetation. Can anybody tell me what are those three categories of vegetation? Vegetation means all the greenery around, all the greenery that we have.
Ma'am?
Yes, yes, Parth.
Ma'am?
Ma'am,
Yes,
temperate.
ma'am. Forests,
Can I
grass,
speak up?
shrubs, scrub, and thorny bushes.
And shrubs, scrub, and thorny bushes.
Okay, can there be any better answer to it? Anybody else? Now the three categories into which we divide the natural vegetation. If you don't know, please write this. Write this somewhere. Forest, grasslands, and desert vegetation. Forest vegetation, grassland vegetation, and desert vegetation. Similarly, we have a variety of wildlife depending upon the natural surroundings. Now, in the first part of this chapter, we are discussing the three different types of natural vegetation. The first one is forest. Then we have grasslands, and then we have deserts. Now, forests can be of further 6 types. Can anyone just name those? You can raise your hand for answering.
Adya.
Asher was raising hand.
Ma'am, tropical evergreen forest, tropical
Okay.
deciduous forest, temperate evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, coniferous forest, and uh,
Medi.
Mediterranean forest.
Okay, so the easiest way to learn this is tropical evergreen and tropical deciduous. In the similar way, temperate evergreen, temperate deciduous, and coniferous and Mediterranean. And the easiest way to learn them also is what are evergreen. Evergreen means those which remain green throughout the year. Doesn't matter whatever is the season, the tropical or temperate evergreen forest will remain green always. Then deciduous, be it tropical or be it temperate, या tropical हो या temperate हो, but they will remain green for few months, and when the weather changes, when it is dry season, then they will shed their leaves. So this is with both forests of the temperate region and forests of the tropical region of the deciduous nature. So 4 categories done. One more, Mediterranean. The forested region found in the Mediterranean region or near the Mediterranean Sea is called the Mediterranean forest. And the last one, coniferous. All the forest area which is found on hills are the coniferous forests. So I repeat, tropical evergreen and tropical deciduous, where evergreen means leaves will remain green throughout, and it will be of hardwood. It will be of distinguished during distinguished dry season as well as in rainy season. They will always remain green. In the similar way, when we talk about deciduous forests, they will shed their leaves when there is less water, and they will gain back the green leaves when there is rainy season. It is dry and humid when it does not rains, and it is wet and cool when it rains. A large variety of wildlife is found in the evergreen forest because many birds and animals find their home in these evergreen forests. Throughout the year, food is available. Throughout the year, trees are available. Whereas, when we are talking about the deciduous forests, limited wildlife is found because when the trees are green, animals will prefer to live here. When the trees are not green, when the trees are shedding their leaves, animal will choose to migrate to other places. Then there are Mediterranean forests, as the name suggests. The region near the Mediterranean Sea has a dark, dense forest, which is the Mediterranean forest. And the last one, coniferous forest, all the forests of the hillside, be it at the foothills, जहाँ से हिली एरिया बिगिन होता है वहां उस रीजन के फॉरेस्ट या फिर एट द टॉप ऑफ द फॉरेस्ट और इन बिटवीन all these forests come under the variety of coniferous forest. The leaves are pine like, the leaves are needle shaped, they have long stems, they have lesser leaves, they shed all their leaves during winter seasons and they gain small thorny leaves during the summer or rainy seasons. So these are the coniferous forests. The next section that we have here are the grasslands. Now where we have enough supply of water, we have forest. But when we don't have enough supply of water, for example, if you turn to page number 45, you will see on the margins of the continent, alongside the margins of the continent, all across the world, we may have grasslands. Grasslands could be again tropical and temperate. If you ask what are tropical grasslands, the grasslands which are found in the tropical region. We know what are tropical regions. What is a tropical region? The region on either side of the equator is the tropical region. I hope you know this. The central belt, which is the equator, through where the equator passes, both in the northern and in the southern hemisphere, we have the tropical region. So the grasslands found here are the tropical grasslands. For example, the regions of the Deccan Plateau of northern Australia, Brazil, Venezuela, all these regions have tropical grasslands. And what is more important is these are also called as the game country of the world. Which one? The tropical grasslands. The tropical grasslands are called the game country because a lot of hunting, a lot of sport of hunting takes place in this region. Similarly, there are temperate grasslands. Unlike tropical grasslands, they are found in the temperate zones. They are found in the temperate region. We all have studied the heat zones on the earth and we know what are tropical regions and what are temperate regions. All those who are joining new, please mute your mics or I simply remove you from the class. So in the temperate grasslands, if you check out page number 45, the temperate grasslands, these are called the food bowls. Why are they called the food bowls? Because these regions have abundance of agricultural land. जितना भी world over agriculture supply होता है, not we in India don't really import food because हम खुद ही agriculture based country है. We do not import food from other countries, but there are places in the North and South American region and especially in the eastern countries of the world where there is less grains. So to all these regions, the temperate grasslands provide food because there is a huge space for agriculture and crops grow here. A variety of crops grow here. For example, the regions of Eurasia, the regions of North America and South America, Australia and South Africa. We know different grasslands by different names across the world. You have studied this also. Can you just tell me what do we call the temperate grasslands in the Eurasia region? The Europe and Asia continents are connected through a strip of land which is called as Eurasia. What do we call the temperate grasslands of Eurasia? Only Parth is raising hand.
Ma'am, can I answer?
Yes, what do we call it?
Steppies.
Steppe. We call those as steppe grasslands. Okay, fine. Can you just tell me what do we call the grasslands of Brazil? What do we call the grasslands of Brazil? Anyone else? Aliza, Aditya, Aaron, anybody else? Isha?
Ma'am, prairies.
We call them prairies. Are you sure?
Ma'am, Pampers.
Yes, we call them campos. Campos, campos, by the name Campos in Brazil. Okay, fine. Now, what about the temperate grasslands of Australia? What do we call the temperate grasslands of Australia?
Ma'am, can I tell
Ma'am, please can I
Aliza?
answer?
Many people are raising hand and this is causing confusion. Not only this, you are unmuting your mic and shouting also.
Ma'am,
I will not accept that. Aliza,
Downs.
we call them downs in Australia. Okay, which grasslands are called as the game country of the world?
Ma'am,
Can I
can I tell
answer?
Aliza?
We call
Ma'am,
them.
can I answer Parth?
Ma'am,
Do
Savannah
not shout
grassland.
like this, children.
can I answer?
Yes, of course.
Ma'am, tropical grass.
We call the tropical grasslands, yes, are called as the game country. Why do we call that a game country? Because the sport of hunting takes place on a large number. Many herbivores are found here, like gazelles are there, giraffe, deer, and other carnivores also which are found in the grasslands, like the leopards, panthers, jaguars. So all these collectively are hunted or they are caught as a sport. That is why we call these regions as the game country. Also, the African region is very famous for wildlife safari. All these collective terms give it the name the game country of the world. Which one? The tropical grasslands. Then which grasslands are also called the food bowls of the world? Food bowl or the granary. The name mentioned here, I'm sorry, in your book it is
Ma'am, can
mentioned
I
granary.
answer Aliza?
उसको food bowl भी कह सकते हैं और उसको
Can
granaries
I
भी.
answer?
आदित्य,
Ma'am, can I answer?
Temperate grassland.
okay. Now, if people unmute their mic without I asking them, then I am going to not let them answer. The temperate grasslands are also called as the granaries or the food bowls of the world. Okay, fine. So let us now move to the desert vegetation. Now, how many types of deserts are there? Anyone? How many types of deserts are there?
Tundra vegetation, mountainous vegetation.
No, not at all. How many types of deserts are there?
Ma'am,
Hmm?
ma'am hot, ma'am wet, ma'am hot dry, ma'am cold wet, hot wet,
Yes,
dry.
there can be two types of deserts. Okay, fine. If you don't know this, please write this down in your book. There can be hot deserts and there can be cold desert. The word DESERT, desert means कोई ऐसी place, I'm sorry, जहाँ पर ना ज़्यादा vegetation हो और ना ज़्यादा wildlife हो. It can be because of both the situations. वहाँ पे बिल्कुल भी ग्रीनरी और वाइल्ड लाइफ नहीं है बिकॉज वो बहुत ज्यादा कोल्ड है, या फिर बिल्कुल भी ग्रीनरी और वाइल्ड लाइफ नहीं है क्योंकि वो बहुत ज्यादा हॉट है. सो डेजर्ट्स कुड बी ऑफ टू टाइप्स, हॉट डेजर्ट्स एंड कोल्ड डेजर्ट्स. Hot deserts, name some regions in the world where you see hot deserts. This is general. Come on.
Ma'am,
Africa.
India, ma'am, Thar Desert, ma'am, Africa, ma'am, Savannah.
Thar Desert, Sahara Desert,
Ma'am, Savannah.
Thar Desert is in which region? Thar Desert is in which region? Okay, what is the desert region of India called? What is Rajasthan?
Ma'am, state.
A desert region.
Thar Desert. Yes, Thar Desert region is the Indian desert region. जो इंडिया में desert region है, that is called the Thar Desert region, or Rajasthan, to be precise, the state of Rajasthan. Now, what is Sahara? Where is Sahara Desert?
Ma'am, in Africa.
The desert in Africa. The desert of Africa is Sahara Desert. Similarly, you can have Thar Desert, Sahara Desert, Kalahari Desert, all around the world. Now, where are cold deserts? The regions of Arctic regions. or the South Pole region, the Antarctic region, they have the cold desert. Greeneries like mosses, very small algae, grass, all these vegetations grow. Why? Because to provide needs for big, huge, tall plants, there is not enough water supply. The region is so cold that sun barely shines. Now, when sun will not shine, photosynthesis will not take place, bigger plants will not come into existence. So there can be colder deserts also. And the other name for colder region is cold
Mountainous
desert is
region.
also.
Ma'am,
Yes.
mountainous region.
Mountainous region.
No, my dear. Cold desert is also given one name.
Tundra
Ma'am,
vegetation.
Antarctica.
Yes.
Antarctica.
No, somebody said it is tundra region. Who
Ma'am,
said this
tundra
word?
vegetation. Aliza. Aliza.
Yes. Aliza said it right. The hot desert is commonly called desert, but the cold desert is called tundra region or tundra desert. Animals and greenery or you say vegetation which requires very less temperature, very less sunlight, and which can survive into these freezing cold conditions are found in the tundra regions. The animals we know include seal, walrus, penguins, and the vegetation, it says mosses, lichens, and some very small or short plants. Next section is the mountain vegetation. We have just now discussed about the mountain forest. What is the mountain forest called? Forest on the mountain region, what do we call it?
Coniferous forest.
Ma'am, coniferous
Coniferous
forest.
forest.
Coniferous forest. Ma'am, coniferous forest.
वर्ल्ड में कहीं पर भी हो, बट अगर वो माउंटेनियस फॉरेस्ट है देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज कॉनिफरस फॉरेस्ट. और जितनी भी ट्रीज होती हैं उनकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स सेम होती हैं. दे विल बी टॉल विथ सॉफ्ट स्टेम and the leaves will be short and pine shaped or needle shaped. Now, mountainous vegetation. Now, when we talk about mountainous vegetation, they have डिस्टिंक्ट अरेंजमेंट. जैसे स्टेप बाय स्टेप ग्रीनरीज डिवाइडेड होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल द टी लीफ रीजन ऑफ दार्जिलिंग एंड अदर नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न प्लेसेस और द हिमालयन रीजन ऑल्सो, दे हैव अ स्पेसिफिक वैरायटी ऑफ fruits and vegetables which grow here. For example, apples, peaches, apricots, plums, all these vegetation is found here in the mountain region. Now let's sum it up. I'll read out the last paragraph to you. Our planet Earth has provided us with a rich heritage of world flora and fauna. We know flora means all the vegetation on Earth and fauna means all the animal species on Earth. We are only one of the vast collections of the living being of this living planet. By our self actions, we should not harm and wipe other living organisms and plants on the earth. We should remember that by clearing forests, we will not only rob the wild animals, we also cut down our supply of oxygen. So it is not only harmful for the animals if you cut down on forest, but it is also harmful for us because all what useful substances that we derive from the forest, for example, wood, greenery, medication, and the most important, oxygen. Forests are called the lungs of the earth. What is the function of lungs for a human being? They help us breathe. In the similar way, earth called a living planet because it breathes. How it breathes? It breathes through the forests. And it also balances the moisture on the earth. Our motto should be to live and let live. Now children, talking about the exercises of this chapter, page number 47, you will of course have to learn the glossary. I am sure all these terms are clear to you. What are xerophytes?
Ma'am, these are plants with
Ma'am, can I
short,
answer?
long roots that
Let Aditya answer. Let Aditya answer this one.
Plants with deep roots, succulent stems that store water and leaves reduced in spines to adapt to the hot, dry desert climate.
Okay, so desert plant and desert animals are called as xerophytes. There can be xerophyte plants also, there can be xerophyte animals also. Xerophytic animals include lizards, scorpions, crabs, which are found in the desert. Talking about the exercises, you have exercise A, B, C, D, E, all 5 from this lesson. Please make sure that all your work is complete in the books. Any other query, children?
No.
Okay. So if not, then we will end this up. In the next week, we will follow TT to Monday.